A lot of people joining. I saw Timothy's out there. Timothy, welcome. Welcome. Travis, welcome. What's going on? Oh, he's representing this shirt too, man. He's got it going on. The Gateway to Freedom shirt. Elizabeth's here. Welcome, Elizabeth. Heck yeah, man. This is amazing. This is amazing. Love to see all you folks. Timothy, welcome, sir.
Hey, good evening.
Welcome to the Gateway to Freedom Meetup Sunday night stream. We've been doing this now for a few times. This is our third one, and glad to see you, Timothy.
Good to be here.
What's that?
Good to be here.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Where are you out of, Timothy?
I'm in South St. Louis. I'm right by the MAC.
Are you? Okay. Have you been to the MAC? Have you been to our Gateway to Freedom meetup?
Yeah, I've been to the last couple meetings, and this is passing with David O.
That's right. Oh, I'm sitting here, man. It's so hard. You know, it's so hard virtually to like. It's like I know I've seen that face. I just, oh man. So I apologize.
No problem. I get it. There's a couple dozen there, a good number of people that think so.
It's all right. That's a pet peeve of mine. One of my, we got Frank coming in. Frank Razika, I think, is joining us. I'm going to end up sharing my screen. I'm trying to do something new. There, let's see if that works. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that works. Frank Razika is in the house. What's going on, Frank, sir? How are you?
Good.
Well, welcome to the Sunday night stream. I have no idea what this looks like on your end. No idea at all. Does it? Can you just see the blue background, or do you see my face like floating in there somewhere?
See your face. See your face. See the blue background.
I'm trying to. Let's see. We got Ken's getting in here. I'm trying to. I thought I'd play around a little bit with something. It's called immersive, I think, is what they call it. But we'll see if this is. Nah, I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I want to. Maybe it's this one. I think this is what I wanted to try. Okay, how's that? Is that any better? Any different? Good.
Yeah, you're right, just to the side of the Sunday night stream screen, right
now.
There.
I'm covering it. Oh man, I gotta adjust this too.
Just the lower left end.
The lower
left end, just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta adjust that graphic there. I see now the freedom goes like it's not where it's supposed to be. But anyway, welcome everybody. So hey, welcome to the Sunday night stream of the Gateway to Freedom Meetup. So happy you guys are here. This is a so we've got several folks on here that have been a couple times. Ken's deep in the jungle, checking things out from the jungle. Appreciate you joining us, Ken. Otherwise, yeah, we got a few folks on that looks like they are not. I'm gonna change this. Sorry, let me make sure I have where I can show non-participants so that way I can see folks that are here. It looks like Elizabeth Circleback AI Notes is taking notes. So Elizabeth's taking notes. I don't know if you're actually out there, Elizabeth. If you are, say hi. But yeah, so this is those of you who've been here a while. Or if you don't know me, my name's Rich Groves. I'm the guy that sent out the email to you inviting you to this Gateway to Freedom meetup. Sunday night stream is what we're calling it. And it's basically just a way to, to jump on every other Sunday, basically, when we hit some of those holidays like Mother's Day and Father's Day. We've got to adjust it like a week earlier or a week after. But for the most part, it's every other week. We'll join 7:00 Central Time. And tell your friends. Let's see, there's more folks wanting to get on. That's cool. I need to get like an admin that lets people in as they try to get in on the call or on the Zoom. But yeah, it's glad to have all you here. This is a super laid back, and this is like the first time I'm being super like I'm being organized in my laid backness, I guess. Yeah. So basically, what I'm going to try to do each week, and I'm actually just putting it down in words now, is welcome you all here. I want to give you all a chance to share your wins, any wins you've had over the last, couple of weeks or months or recently, whatever. We open it up to like any wants and haves. If there's deals you're looking for, if there's deals you want to pitch out here, we got that time for that too. We open up for like Q&A. And then I actually we'll have a special guest speaker March 16th coming on joining us. And it'll be a very similar, I mean, whether we have speakers or not, it's going to be a very similar type of flow where that Q&A session will actually have our speaker talk too. They'll basically be like a 15 to 20 minute, like just brief who they are, what they do, what their specialty is, and then open it up to like some Q&A with them as well. So it's just laid back. I'm going to be as strict as I possibly can, ending at 8 o'clock sharp Central Time. So I'm not going to hold you any longer than that. But welcome everybody. Appreciate you all being here. And let's see, we got about 9 folks on. I don't know if that includes me or not, but James Hunt is waiting to get in. Geez, he's been sitting out there waiting. Sorry about that, James. he's joining us now. Can you guys can't see my participants list here, can you? Like my like admin participant list?
No.
Cool. So I can keep that up. That way I can see when people are sitting and waiting in the waiting room. So welcome everybody. I see James and Shelly Wren on the call. What's up, guys? How you doing? Man, I am the worst friend. I'm the worst friend in the world. I owe them we're gonna do a podcast. I'm gonna get on their podcast.
Yeah, you Mr. Late Man.
I know they keep saying, "Hey, when can we get you on?" And I'm like, so we're gonna get that done. Okay, let's get that done for real. I appreciate you bugging me about that because I need to do that, and I appreciate that. Stay on me.
That's okay.
Yeah, so we got I don't know if y'all can see this guy. He has got it all decked out. Kelsey Sedal, the real estate DJ, is coming to us live from his studio. What's going on, Kelsey?
Not too bad. I'm just glad to be on here. I missed the couple of sessions there, but I figured that, hey, I want to show my face and show up,
Yeah,
and participate. So
yeah, glad you're here, man. And tell us about your studio. So what are you doing? Because you're launching something cool too.
Yeah. So what you're seeing here is this is my space where I'm going to do live streams, not only DJ live streams, but I also plan to do some live streams of my business and my marketing. And so you'll catch some maybe some seller calls, some buyer calls, and some realtor calls as well. I'm just trying to play around with the concept, but overall, I just wanted to show people why I'm the real estate DJ. So, it's just that's the goal for this year.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Appreciate you. And let's see, so I called them out already, but there's Frank and Shelly Wren hanging out with us. What are you guys doing?
James and Shelly. We're just hanging out.
You called us Frank.
Did I say oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
You got my name right.
I'm super, super excited, man. I am super excited to be on this thing. I'm just messing up the whole time. I'm not as
That's right.
I can see that
as the real estate DJ. I'm not as polished. No, but James and Shelly, my apologies. What are you guys up to?
We're working hard out here trying to get some deals going.
So tell everybody what you do. Tell everybody what you do. Tell everybody what you do and introduce yourself.
Yeah, we're James and Shelly. We're part of a team now. We call ourselves Property Misfits.
Okay.
And we're doing fix and flips, wholesale, buy and hold, wholesale, everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Right now we have a few under contract. We have fix and flip in DeSoto, Texas that we're doing.
Oh wow.
We have one in Wickenburg, Arizona, that
we need gap funding for.
Yeah, we're looking for gap funding on that one.
Okay.
Let's see what else have we got going on right now.
We got another one under contract that
Harding.
In San Antonio that we're looking to wholesale.
Oh yeah,
that
if anybody's interested.
You're all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they just keep coming to us from all over the place. It's like we've got our name out there, and now they're coming to us instead of us going looking for them anymore.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we'll give you a chance to pitch those deals here in just a couple spots.
Okay.
That's awesome. You guys are doing virtual. I'm just going straight down my list. So as I come to you, tell everybody where you're coming to us from and what you do. Frank, I'm going to call you out. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing really good. I just returned from a week down in Dallas on
Oh.
our annual Guild Mortgages annual leadership summit.
Oh,
And
nice.
so it was all the latest and greatest in terms of what we're doing at Guild Mortgage. And it's been a crazy long week. And tomorrow I'm going to hit it hard. But I thought, you know what? I need to get on this format
Yeah.
because this is where business gets done. So
Right.
the latest news, which I announced at the Meetup at our last meeting down at the MAC, is that we brought DSCR lending in-house, no longer brokered. Met up with our investor down in Dallas. That was cool. And I've already got 2 in the pipe. One of them came directly out of the meeting that we had down at the MAC on, almost 2 weeks ago, Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that's for anybody in the room doing business. I'm licensed to do business in Missouri, Illinois, Kansas, Tennessee, Ohio, and Indiana.
Oh, wow.
Let me know if I can help.
No doubt. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate you being here, man. And that's exciting. I can't wait. I've got one that probably in a month and a half or so I'll be calling you up to do a DSCR on. So heck yeah, appreciate it. Timothy, tell everybody where you're calling from, or where you're coming to us from, and what you do.
Hey, yeah, good to be here. Timothy Allison. I live in South St. Louis. I live right by the MAC where we've had the real estate meetup groups.
Yeah.
Kind of just getting my toes dipped into the water on properties as investment. I have a rental property, but it's because I live there and move for work. And I see the opportunity of purchasing a place specifically for the rehab or rental, just kind of trying to see what all the bolts and nuts are of the industry, what I need to know to not get underwater or, have negative experience my first go through, and
Yeah.
how much more I need to learn to get things in place to start doing them.
That's awesome. Oh, glad you're here, and glad you're surrounding yourself with people that can help you out for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Absolutely. I'm just going straight down my list. I don't know how it looks like on your screen, what it looks like on your screen, but the next on my list here is the one and only Travis Wakefield. What's going on, Travis? Where are you coming to us from, and what do you do?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm coming straight out of Farmington, Missouri this wild evening here. And you were on my mind today because I was in St. Louis Hills, or Soha, they be calling it these days. And I drove right past the Mac.
Oh, nice.
And I was having a Mac attack, baby. I just had to jump on this Zoom this evening, but
That's awesome.
I'm interested in knowing more about what Frank's got going on over there. If it's commercial, if it's only residential, if it's multi-unit, or what else? What else he's got going on there? So I'm gonna have to get some more information about that. But really stoked to have the real estate DJ in the house. I'm hoping for some scritching and scratching, baby.
We might ask him. We might have to say, "Hey, take it over there, Kelsey."
Well, I'm going through some maintenance here, on my computer. So
Okay. At the end, I'll be like, "Take us out, Kelsey." No. That's awesome. No, awesome. Thanks for being here, Travis. Heck yeah. Let's see. Next on my list, I got Stephen Drake. What's going on, Stephen? No, he just came out of the bay. You're on mute there, buddy.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy? Tell everybody where you're from and where you're at, where you do business, and what you do.
Well, I'm from St. Louis. I have some rentals, and I do some deals down in Texas with a group I know down there. I got a rental I'm selling. Miss Katie looked at it the other day. I'm waiting to see if she wants to make an offer.
Nice.
I had a surprise though. The tenant had a dog. I didn't know.
Oh, they sneak those in, brother. They sneak those
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
Even you say, "Are you sure? You sure you don't have a dog?" Yeah, I don't like dogs. I got bit when I was a kid. And then they
yeah.
got a herd of dogs or whatever they're called.
A pack.
Yeah, pack. Yeah, yeah. I knew
And
that.
right
Yeah.
now, I'm just folding laundry.
All right. All right. Hey, multitasking, brother. You
Yeah,
got to
but
get
I'm
it done. You got it. You got to get it done. You
happy
gotta
to be here, seeing the DJ, see Mr. Frank.
Yeah.
You know, and Frank, my wife already spent the Home Depot gift card on stuff that she wanted.
Oh man, that is fantastic, man. Heck yeah, Frank! If you guys haven't been there, the actual meetup, the actual Gateway to Freedom meetup that happens the third Wednesday of every month at the Mac Barn Grill in South City. Frank Rizika, courtesy of Gill Mortgage and the Rizika team with Gill Mortgage, gives away 3 Home Depot gift cards. We draw for 3 Home Depot gift cards. So if you show up, that's a door prize. So you can always come try your hand at winning a Home Depot gift card.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here, Stephen.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. And let's see here. I see Joe Wolf is next on my list here. Joe, how are you, sir? Where are you coming from? Or where do you live? Where do you do business and what do you do?
I'm sorry about that. Had technical problems unmuting. I live in St. Charles. Let's see. At one point, I had about maybe 20, 30 rentals. And those were all in partnership. So those are not just mine, but I've sold everything that I've got. Actually, I just retired from Boeing. So I'm doing a little rehab work. I did a flip last spring. I just got done doing some GC work for an investor on a house out in off Telegraph. Actually, the reason I dialed in is I'm looking for my next project. So
Is that right?
you know, I like a flip or a rental. Well, you know, more likely a flip, but
For you to personally take on or you to work as a GC?
probably a little both. I mean, like
Yeah.
I said, I'm an engineer, so I always like having my finger in the pie when it comes to
Okay.
doing things. So
Sure. Yeah,
but,
yeah. Well, I may need to talk to you. I may need
sure.
to talk to you.
Well, you know, you know, like 20, 30 properties, a lot of them when they needed to be fixed up when we bought them, you know, I either did the work or contracted it out depending on, you know, and I've done everything, HVA, plumbing, electric, you know, drywall, paint, you know.
Yeah.
So I know enough to be dangerous about a lot of
Okay.
things. So
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate you
sure.
being here.
Yes, sir. Well, like I said, I'm looking for my next project. So
Yeah.
obviously need to broadcast that to a wide an audience as I can. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is a good start.
yeah.
We're growing here. We're building a community, and hopefully, this just keeps getting bigger. So hopefully, you keep coming back.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
You know, yeah, I've met the last couple times you've had one, you know, an event. Unfortunately, I've been out of town for the events, but
It's all good.
I definitely plan on being there.
That's one of the things I got to get better at doing too. Also, is not like the day of. Oh, hey, we're having the Zoom tonight. You know, so I got to get better at that. Automate that a little better than I've been doing. So, but yeah, we're glad to have you.
Sure. Yeah, and I'll just leave my email in the chat if somebody's got something or wants to talk. So, like I said, I'm the job on GC, and actually, if anybody knows Ed, who's the bartender for the Faster Freedom for their meetup on Thursday, actually, it's his house that I'm doing. So,
okay.
If you want to know how I did, ask the bartender.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here.
Sure, no problem.
All right, next on my list, I got James Hunt, the one and only. What's going on, James?
Nothing. How you doing, Rich?
Not bad. Where are you joining us from, and what do you do?
So I'm here in St. Louis, good old Eureka, Missouri. Sorry, I just turned the video on with stuff in my face getting some dinner, so I was trying to squeeze it in here. Nobody wanted to see that. We are so we got kind of twofold. We've got our investment company, Gateway Property Partners. So we do flips and buy and holds, and a very rare wholesale, but we have something we can't that we come across that we can't do. But we've got a couple of flips right now in the queue. We're also, I believe, we are the one from the meeting that Frank mentioned that have the refi in Frank's queue. So
nice.
I recommend that. For the numbers look pretty good. And then also my partner who's not on here, but he's got a brokerage, Associated Realty Solutions, and we really specialize in working with investors, property management primarily, but we help a lot of people, got a lot of kind of new people getting started that we like to help and teach and lead through. And so if anybody's needing property management, let me know.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Appreciate you being here. And to jump on what Joe said, also, if anybody wants to throw their phone numbers or their emails in the chat, feel free to do that as well. That way, everybody can kind of get information from everybody. But that's awesome. Appreciate you being here, James. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Next on my list here, I see Kathy. Is it Kathy McCullough? Is it McCullough, or McCullough? I've heard it pronounced a bunch of different ways. Oh, you're muted, Kathy. Sorry, I'll. No, I do it all the time, and I do this for a living.
It's McCullough.
Okay, McCullough. Kathy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad at all. Where are you joining us from, and what do you do?
I'm in Northwest Arkansas, but I'm on a Missouri team.
Okay.
James and Shelley Wren are in here, and they sent us the invite to here. So, and I'm a TC.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm utilizing a TC for a sub 2 deal we're taking down closing next Friday. So it's the first time I've ever used a TC, and I tell you what, it's been amazing. So you all are awesome. Well, thank you. From Northwest Arkansas, huh?
Bentonville area.
Oh, Bentonville. Okay. You wouldn't happen to know any of the Waltons, would you? No.
I don't. No.
Oh, that's great, Kathy. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you on.
She's with our team.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Man, you got your whole team on here, Ren?
Well, just one so far.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know. I was like, wait, let's meet more of them.
Hey, Rich, did you ever use Jay
Jay Holder.
I did not. For what is he? What
TC
is he?
work.
TC work?
No. I'm using Coordination Nation right now on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the first sub 2 deal I've taken down, so I'm like, I needed the TC work for sure. It was great.
Yeah, Jay's very thorough.
Yeah. I know
that's good.
You gave me his name, so I've got it in my phone, I believe, and you texted it to me, right? I thought you texted.
Yes, I did.
Yep, sure did. So I've got that in my wallet, in my pocket. Well, I don't keep my phone in my wallet, so it's in my pocket, I guess, most of the time. Anyway, I see another familiar face joining us today. Is that? Oh my gosh! It says iPhone on his phone. Is that Joe? How's it going, Joe? Uh-oh, there you go.
Well, there we go. Yeah, it sure is. It's Joseph Alvarez. How you doing, Rick?
Not bad, buddy. Where you coming? Where you tell everybody where you're calling from and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm coming from Crystal City, Missouri. I own LJC Painting and Construction, and I'm an independent agent with Synergy Financial Partners. I help people get infinite banking. I flip houses as well. I got a property in Fenton that's ready to be sold as a wholesale house, and then I have 10 acres in House Springs that's for sale right now. So what we do, we obviously work for just clients as well as painting, doing construction, anything interior pretty much. Exterior, we're doing decks, fences. That's pretty much exterior painting, pressure washing, stuff like that.
That's awesome. And Joe actually did one of my rehabs in Crestwood, so did a fantastic job. So I could highly recommend Joe. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Joe. Appreciate you. And we'll let you highlight your deals here in just a little bit. We're going to have an open mic forum for everybody to pitch their deals. So we'd love to hear more pictures. Yeah. Awesome deal. Ken Seibel. Ken, what are you up to, buddy? Where are you coming from? And tell everybody what you do. Oh, you're muted. I asked you to unmute. I don't know if it went through. Ken's also probably. You there, buddy? I'll come back to you. How's that, Ken? I'll come back to you. We'll come back to Ken. That's all right. And I've got Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you on, or is that just your AI? It's probably just your AI. Kevin. This one just says Kevin. I've got Kevin on my line. Which Kevin is this? He doesn't have his camera on. Kevin, tell us about yourself. Who are you? Where are you calling from? And what do you do? There you go.
A novice from Baltimore, Maryland.
Kevin, how are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Where'd you hear about our meetup?
On my email.
Uh-oh. Sorry if I spammed you. But I'm glad you're here. So what do you do? What do you do out there?
I'm a novice now. And I'm interested in probably trying to acquire properties.
Okay.
And I'm in Maryland.
In Maryland?
So we have a lot of restrictions. For example, the sub-2s, it looks as though they're going to be attacked legislatively. So that's something that we probably would be able to do here.
Right.
And I'm just trying to see what you all are doing and what sort of alternatives that are out there right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Coming from Baltimore, Maryland. I've got a friend of mine who is from Baltimore. He lives out in LA now, but he goes back to Baltimore. I think he's got properties out in Baltimore too. I would, I'd love to connect you guys and help you out too. I'm going to try to get Dana out here as a guest on here as well. He's a great guy. Great guy. Dana Jones. I don't know. You don't know Dana Jones, do you, by any chance?
No, I don't.
Okay. I mean, Baltimore's a really, really tiny town, like what, about 5,000 people?
At least that many.
Yeah, right. But no, that's great. Glad you made it. Thank you for being out here with us. And hopefully this is Mitch is just trying to build a community here. We've had over the last 2 years, we've had a conference in St. Louis called Gateway to Freedom. For those of you who don't know why we're doing this and what we do. So we've had an actual real estate conference called Gateway to Freedom here in St. Louis. And I actually host a meetup in St. Louis every month that I rebranded. For the last 3 years, it was called River City REI Roundtable. Now it's the Gateway to Freedom Meetup. And then I thought, you know what? Why don't we do a virtual meetup? Because I've had a lot of people ask me, why don't you stream your monthly meetup? Why don't you stream it? And I'm like, well, I don't want to discourage people to actually show up in person. So, but then again, I'd like to give people an opportunity that maybe can't make, either they're not from St. Louis or not in St. Louis, but I could still build this community. So that's why we started this Gateway to Freedom Meetup Sunday night stream, so we could do this Zoom live. So I'm glad you're all here, and hopefully you get something out of this. And we are still learning as we go. So we're going to be tweaking things and changing things up. But the next section I wanted to do was just offer anybody an opportunity to shout out any wins they may have had over the last couple of weeks or the last month, or any wins you've enjoyed recently. And there's trust me, when I say this, there's no such thing as a small win, especially when you're first getting started in real estate or any kind of business. Any little win is a huge win because it means there's progress. That's how you can measure some progress. And wins aren't necessarily positive sometimes. Sometimes you may think wins have to be positive, but a lesson learned sometimes, even though it's painful, can be a huge win. So you set yourself up not to repeat that down the line. So, but what kind of wins have you all experienced over the last few weeks? Anybody? And it's okay, just unmute and blurt it out.
Well, we've had a stressful few weeks, but we got some wins.
Yeah.
Like we were saying at the beginning there, we have a house under contract in DeSoto, Texas, Southside Dallas. We're going to be doing that a fix and flip on that one.
Okay.
And we have one in Wickenburg, Arizona, which we're going to be we bought it at a discount and we're just wholesaling that one, selling it at retail. Nice. But then we have one in was it 424 Harding, San Antonio, Texas. We have that one under contract. We're looking to wholesale that one if anybody's interested in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath that has a big lot that is subdividable, and you can build another house on the second lot in the back that has street access to it. But there's a lot of value add to that particular one. Right now, there's a tenant in there. $1,700 a month is what they're paying, and kind of comes with the wholesale contract.
Oh yeah,
yeah, comes with it.
Nice. Nice deal. Oh, sharing the wrong screen there. There we go. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. Anybody else have any wins that they would like to share? Anything? Maybe you just had a win today. I don't know.
I'll share one.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Kelsey.
So I just recently started getting into land flipping, which is, it's like a niche within a niche of, wholesale, where you buy the land and you sell it to, folks who want to buy land, whether it be developers and things like that. And I was looking for some kind of software to pull data. Prop streams are nice and everything, but they're geared more towards, homes.
Okay.
I was looking for something, maybe that can get, better data and narrow it down. I came across one specifically for land. It's called the Land Portal.
Mm.
And the Land Portal works just like a prop stream, but it actually hones in on those points that are specific to land.
Okay.
And I've been experimenting with it, so it's nice. So I'm glad I can, it helps me, save money on marketing. When I, you know, send out postcards, I can really like focus on the particular type of land that I'm looking for. So
yeah, that's cool. That's really awesome. That's exciting for you too, right?
Oh yeah,
come across something like that. It's a game changer.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited. I want to send out my first mailer in the next couple of weeks. So
that's awesome. Well, congrats on that. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Anybody else who's got to win? Somebody's got to win. You've all won something.
I'll throw it out there, Rich.
All right, James, go ahead.
So we had kind of a rough 24 just with we had a big rehab that we were having trouble selling and had a bunch of rentals come open and but thankfully that big rehab is under contract. Everything's in line. We're just waiting for them to get their final financing approval. Supposed to close on the 11th, so that'll be a big albatross off the back. We've also sold, which I just sell it, cash out and sell a couple rental properties. We've sold 2. We have one other one under contract right now. So things are looking good right now for 25 so far. So
that's awesome.
And another one actually with Frank's got that we're refining. So
nice.
Trying to make some things happen.
Yeah, man, those are wins. Those are definitely wins. Appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. Who else has got to win? Anybody? And I saw some folks joined us, and they keep on joining. I see Nick Johnson's in the house. What's going on, Nick? How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Appreciate your little program you put on Sunday nights every other week. I'm enjoying them.
Well, good. I'm glad you are. Welcome. We had everybody go through and tell everybody where they are, what they do. Where are you at, and what do you do?
I'm in St. Louis, South County, and I wholesale.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Nick comes to just about every dang meetup I got, and I love it. I'm so glad. Nick, he's just got one of those personalities and one of those just one of those presences that just brighten up a room. So I appreciate it when you show up, Nick. Thanks so much, buddy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Absolutely. And I saw somebody else sneak in here. Let's see. There was a Brian Robinson. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good, Rich. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Tell everybody where you're at and what do you do?
Hey, yeah, I'm in St. Louis. I'm in the Overland, U-City area. I've been doing real estate for about 5 years here. I've been trying to I actually work with Travis Wakefield. He's kind of one of those guys that got me started early on in my career. And we're in a partnership now, but really just trying to get a foothold in the St. Louis market. A lot of things have picked up since 2020, and we're just trying to figure out how to navigate this terrain. But I do wholesaling. We do also have a few rentals down towards the Farmington way. But yeah, just trying to get a foothold here, trying to get my first rental in St. Louis.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Glad you're here with us. And I thought that was you. I just didn't know. You know, you got your camera off. I was like, that's Travis's buddy, I think.
Hey, I'll share it. Yeah, man, that's me. I'm out and about, man. I'm still working late night on a Sunday.
Man, Travis is a hard partner to please.
Yeah, man.
That's great.
Grind don't stop. Got to always be working.
That's right.
Always be closing.
Yeah, that's right. ABC.
That's right.
That's right. That's a great that great scene from Glenn Ross. If anybody's ever seen that movie, where the coffees are for closers. Have you seen that? You'll have to look it up. Look up if you haven't seen that, look up at least search like on YouTube, like coffees are for closers clip from Glenn Ross. It's freaking awesome. But it's cutthroat, but it's awesome. Oh man, let's see. We've got Tim Thorndike in the house. Tim Thorndike, how are you doing, sir? Tell everybody where you're from or where you're at and what you do. Oh, I got you on mute. Sorry about that.
Okay.
There you go.
Testing 1, 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is Tim. I live in the St. Louis area. Work in the South County area mostly. Live in Shrewsbury, and I am a private money lender, and I am doing wholesaling. But what I'm doing is helping seniors that can no longer stay in their homes transition to senior communities, and then help them sell their house, and so wholesaling in that way.
That's awesome. Fantastic. It kind of pre-probate, right? You're helping them before it gets to that stage.
Well, yeah. Well, it pays the rent in that community.
Yeah, sure it does. Sure it does. Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for joining us. Absolutely. Let's see. I think I was trying to let's see if we have anybody else I missed. If I missed you, let me know. Speak up. It's okay. There's one thing you'll learn about me is I don't cry too much when somebody hurts me. No, I'm joking. It's not going to hurt me if I skipped you. Say, hey, Rich, I want to say hi, whatever. But I got Kenneth. Is it Siebel? Seibel? What is that? Are you there, Ken? He's still muting. He must be working hard. It's all right, Ken. We'll come back to you another time. It's all good. Does anybody else have any wins they want to share? Any wins you encountered over the last couple of weeks? We'll move on. I'm not going to make glue out of this horse. That's great. That's going to show up on my AI recap of this meeting. Rich said he is not going to make glue out of a horse. That's my to-do list for the next 2 weeks. All right, no wins? Nobody else has a win? All righty. How about the wants and haves? Anybody have a deal that they want to talk about a little bit? We'll give you a little bit to talk about your deal, or if you're looking for a specific type of deal. Does anybody have that? Anybody have a want or a have?
I got 2 halves, Rich.
Okay, go ahead, James. What you got?
So we've got 2 rentals that we're looking to sell. These have been recently rehabbed in the last year. They're both occupied with good paying tenants. One of those is in Florissant, it's unincorporated Florissant, I believe, kind of on the east side of Florissant, north of 270 there. House ARVs up around 180-ish. We're asking 145 for that one. And I think the tenant is paying it's around $1,600 is the rent on that one. Nice. And then that's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a basement. Okay. And then we have another one that is in Berkeley, kind of right by Woodson Terrace, right by the airport. It's a 3-1. It'll ARV around 150. We're asking 130 for that one. And it's 1,500 something rent in that one. It's a 3-1. So nice. If anybody's looking for turnkey, they're in great shape. They're, like I said, recently rehabbed and rolling. Their cash flowing. So let me know.
Nice. Heck yeah. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. How about you, James and Shelley? See, I didn't call you Frank this time. What do you got out there? Tell us a little more about your deals.
Well, as far as the one deal, we're just looking to wholesale the one in San Antonio, Texas. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. If you want to look it up, it's a 424 Hardy.
454.
Oh, 454
Mm-hmm.
West Harding in San Antonio, Texas. And we're looking to get 220 for that one, 220,000. And then as far as what we're looking for is, and on the want side, we're looking for private money lenders or somebody that can do some gap funding for us specifically, because we have hard money loans in place. We're just looking for some gap funding to cover some of the other we have some multi-million-dollar house, or not multi-million, but like over $1 million house that we're working on getting under contract. And while we got it under contract, we're just gonna hold it for a little bit while we try to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was gonna ask you to do is there's some fairly new folks on. Can you explain what you mean by gap funding?
Well, the hard money loan covers typically about 80% of ARV. And the gap funder is the person that comes in either partners in first position or comes in second position, and will cover the rest of the amount that you're needed until you can get rid of the house.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. It's to make the deal go through and keep it afloat, right?
Keep us from having to have our money tied up in it.
Yeah. Yep.
While we can concentrate on doing what we need to do to get rid of it. Or sometimes we are fixing flipping it, and we don't want to sit there and worry about money at the time until we get to closing at the end of the flip.
Sure. Yep. You had another deal too, and thanks for clarifying that too. Just again, wanted to in case anybody new out there maybe didn't know what gap funding was, wanted to clarify.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all.
I figure if somebody has money and they're lending, they probably would know what it is. So
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
No, and that's all. But here's the thing though, and it's a great point. And I'll announce who our guest is next meetup. But there's also what I've found recently for lenders, especially for private money lenders. Sorry, is as I'm talking to them, and because I'm always out there, like most of us are probably out there trying to explain to just everyday folks what we do and how we can help them get better returns on their investment dollar and stuff like that. Is I oftentimes get folks ask me, well, how much do you have to invest with you? And to me, it took a while, but for me, that was like a green light went on that said, you know what, these folks may not be folks that can fund an entire big flip, but they might be good for gap funding. They might be good for capital raising on rental rehabs, stuff like that. So that's, there may be folks out there who don't really, maybe they didn't pay attention to that part of class because they thought, I don't have enough money to do a whole flip. But then when they realize, hey, they can be included because they might be able to use their smaller amount of money for that type of thing. That's all. That's what I've learned. That's all. And hey, yeah, Tim Thorndike said he can help with gap lending. Oh, you already responded. Sorry about that. Gap funding. So sorry, you already responded. That Kenneth Seibel, no wonder you couldn't respond to us earlier. You were on a rocket ship out to outer space. Well, tell everybody where you're calling from and what do you do? I keep saying calling from. I'm sorry. I keep saying calling from. Where are you joining us from, Ken, and what do you do?
It's like the moon.
He is. There's one small zoom for man. Sorry, I'm stupid. By the way, you know what? I didn't get to share my win. My big win is that I had a viral video in the last few weeks that got 1.9 million views. I was blown away. Like, Now, how do I replicate it?
It was pretty funny too.
Did you? Thanks, Kelsey. It was stuck on 1.8 million like almost all week. And then I looked at it yesterday and it's 1.9. I'm like, whoo. But it went from like 36,000 to a million in like 2 days. It was crazy. But anyway, sorry, it's not about me. This is about you. Who else has got to have and want? You weren't even finished yet, were you, James and Shelley?
Rich, where do I find that video?
Oh, if you go to my Facebook page, like just the Rich Groves Facebook page, it should be under like my videos. It's a Chris Farley clip. Duh. I mean, people that know me are like, oh, obviously. And then I put another one out there with like Chris Farley and Adam Sandler. It's starting to creep up, but it's not doing as well. And then I finally have another brand new one for Chris Farley. But anyway,
Well, you're gonna have to break out the dance like you did with Dirty Dancing there.
the Chippendales.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that, James. I want people to actually show up to this thing. That is funny though. Did you have another deal you wanted to share with us?
Us? No, we
okay.
That's all we have is just the one that we're trying to wholesale right now.
Okay.
And then another one we're trying to get the funding for. We got it under contract, but we're just looking for the funding for it.
Gotcha. All righty. And who else has a want or a need? Not a want or a have, want or a need, a want or a have, because a want is a need, right? Or not necessarily, but a want or a have. Does anybody have a deal they want to share? Joe, are you still out there? Joe, I think you were telling us about your house that you had available. Tell us a little more about that one.
Yeah, so I have a 3-bedroom, 1-bath ranch brick home. It's great solid house. It's a wholesale. It's right here in Fenton, Missouri. I already started working on it. I was planning on keeping it and going to rent it out, but funds are kind of tight right now. So I'm looking for just a wholesale. Main bathroom is pretty much almost done, and then the exterior got all new painting. So interior just needs a little kitchen update. Can make a 4th bedroom in the basement, and maybe do a bathroom down in the basement as well. It sits on a half-acre lot, so it's pretty nice family home. I think it's on a great yard, so I got that, and then like I said, I have 10 acres for sale out in Hillsboro area. So it's not nothing cleared. It's just still all trees up, just raw land. So that's what I got.
Sounds like something Travis Wakefield could take down. What do you think, Travis? 10 acres in Hillsdale or Hillsboro?
Hillsboro, yes.
Hillsboro.
Very interesting. I've been talking with Zach Hudson Maddock down here in Farmington. He's the guild guy. And sounds like, we do a lot of USDA stuff down here, and it sounds like they're going to start, USDA is going to start approving prefab or modular homes for USDA financing here in the next few months. So that's the word on the street. And I was actually just having a conversation with Zach yesterday evening about acreage and modular homes and how that might all come together with USDA financing. So that's definitely something that's been on our radar down here, specifically in USDA land down here in St. Francis County.
Hey, Joe, what are you asking for that 10 acres?
Just 100K.
100K for the 10 acres?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you asking for the house? My apologies, I missed that if you said that already.
For the house, I mean, I would like 170, but that's not my bottom dollar. So I'm more just like try and get an offer out of it. Just see where people are standing at with it. So I have it for 170. It's not my bottom dollar, but I would like to. I would accept a lower offer. Just nothing lower than 150.
There you go.
Where's that at, Joe?
Fenton area, right off 141 behind the Pink Elephant.
pink.
Is that near? That's near 21 too, right, or something?
Yeah, it's right there near 21. Yeah.
Exactly where that is.
Yeah. The
And
pink, pink
that's a
elephant.
house.
What's that?
The one behind the pink elephant's a house.
There's a few houses back there. I could put in the address in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you guys
just so
want to
we
look
can
it
take a
up.
look at it. It'd be great. And see if it's
Yeah.
something that
Where
would
the
be
sex
interesting.
shop was.
Yeah.
No.
They got they got all the zoning fixed.
Well, there used to be behind the pink elephant. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be weird here, but there used to be a
Sure.
White House, and it was like a Dr. John's sort of place.
Oh, gotcha. It's the other
And
way.
they had videos, but I mean, it was just a house.
Yeah. It's right there. It's right there by the Stuckmeyer's farm.
Yeah, it's the other way.
It's right by. Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah.
We used to live out that way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We used to live at 21 and 141 ourselves.
Oh, nice. Nice. Did anybody else have a want or have? And thanks for sharing that, Joe. Hopefully one of these fine folks will take both of those off your hands.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, I'll put in the address for the property, for the 10 acres and for the Fenton.
Yeah. What? Ken, were you saying something?
Hello?
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Tell everybody where you're from and what do you do?
Retired landlord wanting to get back into real estate. So I'm watching all these other guys make money.
Yeah. It's like which movie was it? Was Pacino say just when you thought you were out, they pull you back in?
Yeah, something like that.
Awesome, man. You calling from outer space?
I just left outer space down in Cahokia.
Wait, it sounds like you were working on one of my properties.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Ken's been working his tail off, man. He's a good guy. Appreciate that. Do you have any wins this week, Ken?
No
wins.
No wins, no losses, I guess.
That's true. That's true.
Broke even.
Right. All right. Anybody else have a want or a have? Is there anybody looking for something specific besides me? I mean, not looking for me. Anybody have something they're looking for? All right. So I have a want. I'm looking for any awesome properties in Cahokia. So if you come across a dirt cheap deal, like I literally went and looked at one yesterday. A guy thought it was dirt cheap. He's like, "You might want this one. It's 25 grand." And like 5 minutes in, I walked. I said, maybe 10. So it was really rough. But yeah. So I'm rehabbing and doing turnkey flips in Cahokia, all in for 20 grand, all in for 50, maybe 60 if it's 4-bedroom. Because I've got buyers that want to DSCR and buy those, and trying to connect them with Frank so they can DSCR them, because they would be fantastic DSCR deals, just like the ones that that James was talking about. His buyers could DSCR through Frank. I mean, there's people on this call that could connect. See, that's the thing. That's the awesome thing about these deals is that, are these Zooms, is somebody has something, somebody has a connection, somebody knows somebody, whatever, and you can get deals done. You can have things done. James has properties for sale. Frank has funding available through DSCR, and we've got people on this call wanting to buy rentals. So,
hey, Rick, got a question.
Yes, sir, Kelsey.
I am not familiar with the acronym DSCR.
Oh. Good.
What is it?
Frank, you want to take that over? I can answer that, but are you still on?
Yeah, so it stands for debt service coverage ratio. And so what it is you're lending just on the property's ability to generate income. So on a DSCR deal, we don't take your personal income. We don't need your tax returns or your W-2s or your pay stubs. We don't need anything related to your personal income. And so we're just basing the loan decision on what that property generates in income relative to what the debt is going to be. And so for retired folks, or for folks who've gotten in over, I'll say, 6 properties financed through Fannie or Freddie, kind of more traditional financing, the DSCR really comes in handy. I think at some point somebody asked about what kind of stuff we can do there. I can do 1 to 4 family properties. That's, considered residential. I can't do commercial properties, and commercial being anything that's, not lived in, not residential, or more than 4 units. So 1 to 4 family, and to the extent that it can solve financing problems for folks, it absolutely can, especially if they don't have the income to qualify for a traditional Fannie or Freddie deal.
That help out, Kelsey?
Yep, that does. Awesome. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks, Frank.
Hey, Frank, I've got a question on that.
What you got?
So is the general idea, say a rental property makes $1,500 a month, that you would take 50% of the rent for 10 years for a $50,000 loan? Is that the general gist of what that is?
I'll give you a real simple view of it. If you've got a property that the monthly principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on the loan is going to run $1,000 a month, and you've got a property that can rent for $1,250 a month, we would call that DSCR, that debt service ratio, a 1.25 ratio. So it's making over what the debt is, which, let's face it, that's what everybody really should be trying to do. There are circumstances where you can do less, but with everything, there's a cost. And so you really don't want to be below a 1% debt service ratio, because it'll cost you. And then, if it's costing you more to do it, then is it really worthwhile for you? So the goal is to be at a 1% or better debt service ratio.
You mean one time, like a 1.0?
A 1.0 would be the threshold that you're trying to achieve. Really, what you're looking to try to do is get to a 1.25, 1.35, 1.5. And again, that's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. We're not factoring in utilities. We're not factoring in maintenance and upkeep and things like that. We're just talking about the debt service.
Gotcha. That's huge. That's huge. That's really huge.
Yeah. And then in those deals, this is the real leap that we're making, that I'm making here as a lender, is we no longer have to put those properties in your personal name. They can be titled in the name of an LLC. You're still personally signing, but the LLC is the owner of the property, and that's where a lot of investors don't want their name on the title. They want to do it through an entity, a business entity, and so the DSCR loans allow us to do that.
Frank, let me ask you a real quick question. Sorry, we're in the Q&A session now.
Sure.
But and I know we're going to be wrapping up here in a couple minutes, but with the DSCR, is there any required seasoning? Like literally, let me give you a real life scenario. I'm selling a house in Cahokia that is going to rent for $1,300. I'm going to be selling for $1,000. Obviously, I got to figure out what the insurance and taxes are going to be on that, so we can calculate how much the mortgage is going to be. So we see if we're at the 1.25 or better. I think we will be better, but we'll see. Is it just good enough? Like if I wanted to sell it to this guy that wants to buy it, literally, I have a signed lease. Let's say March 1st. All right, March 1st. Can we start the paperwork to get the loan, or do we have to wait 6 months, or how does that work?
There's no. So this is the tricky part, right? Is that do you want the appraiser to assign out of the comparable rent schedule what they believe the property can rent for, or if you got a lease for 1,300, that might be a better deal. There's no seasoning on that piece of it. When you hear people talk about seasoning, typically what they're talking about is in a refinance scenario, trying to take cash out. But no, to the extent that you could have a property that doesn't have a tenant in it, but it's completely turnkey. And in that situation, the appraiser is going to come up with that off of a comparable rent schedule.
Yeah.
Or if you as the I'll say fix and flipper are able to get somebody in there and sign a lease agreement, we're going to use that number. So that, maybe that might be more advantageous. I don't know.
That's my focus this year, is to do that, to do the turnkey with the tenant in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, especially out of town investors who like that, right? They want to buy turnkey. They look at these sales prices in the Midwest. They can't believe their eyes. They're, they find out you can buy a property, what we consider normal, and they're like, this just can't even be.
Right.
And so I got a lot of clients from the West Coast, San Diego. I'm working with a guy right now from Massachusetts, buying a property here in St. Louis, because he's like, there's no way you can, buy a property in Massachusetts for $145,000.
Right. Tell you what, folks, we're about ready to wrap up. If everybody would drop their phone number and their email in the chat, and I will leave the Zoom up so that folks can take down the information before I hang up. That would be helpful as well. I'm going to leave this up. If you have a blank or a phone number or whatever, drop that information in the chat now, because I am going to tell you who we are getting next time we meet on March 16th. We will have none other than Amy Majori, my friend and mentor in the Raising Private Money group community. She'll be joining us March 16th. And it's going to be a great time. Amy is awesome. She's fantastic. If you don't know, or if you've never seen her speak, whether it's live or in a webinar or whatever, you got to come to this, because she is awesome. She's going to drop some nuggets and she'll take questions. And again, this is going to be quick. This isn't going to be like her normal, like when she does Zooms, like she's been on Bigger Pockets. She's been on a lot of different Zooms or podcasts and things like that. And they give her a whole, hour to talk. I've already told her this is a 15-20 minute, like, strip it down and just talk, because we're just here to kind of let people know who you are and whatever. So it's going to be a rapid fire kind of Cliff's Notes version of her normal presentation, I guess, and more along the lines of just getting to know her. With that being said, I hope you can attend that March 16th. I will make sure I send out the invites. It should be actually the same link, and everything should get you. I think I made it recurring. So the same link that I sent you out today should get you on March 16th. So just put in your calendar and then, copy and paste what I sent you or something. But I hope to see everybody then. It's 8:01. Dang it, I'm a minute past due. We're all done, everybody. See you later. Thanks so much.
Hey, Rich.
I'm going to keep this up for a while so you all can see it, but I'm going to mute and go off of video.
Thanks, Rich.
You're welcome. Thanks, everybody, for being here.